عبدك ورسولك وحافظ سرك ومبلغ رسالاتك، وصل على وصيه وأخيه أمير المؤمنين وعلى الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة سيدة نساء العالمين، وصل على سبتي الرحمة الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة، وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف القائم المهدي حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك صلاة كثيرة دائمة. اللهم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا هما إلا فرجته، ولا سقما إلا شفيته، ولا عيبا إلا سترته، ولا رزقا إلا بسطته، ولا خوفا إلا أمنته، ولا سوءا إلا صرفته، ولا حاجة هي لك رضا ولي فيها صلاح إلا قضيتها يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. We continue our Quranic reflection as we are approaching the end of this year and approaching the new year of 2019, and we feel that now we are one more year older than we used to be last year the same week. The capital of our life is the time that is available to us. يا ابن آدم أنت أيام كلما ذهب يوم ذهب بعضك. Your days. Every day that it is gone, part of you is gone. إن الليل والنهار يعملان فيك فاعمل فيهما ويأخذان منك فَخُذْ مِنْهُمَا. Day and night are operating over you, so you make sure that you are operating over days and night. They get something from you, and that is those 24 hours that they get from you, so make sure that you take something from them as well. كن على عمرك أشح منك على درهمك ودينارك. Make sure that you are more greedy about your time and about your life than you are greedy about gold and silver, because your time matters more. We know that we all begin our life in this world, on this planet, and there will be a time that we end that life here. كلنا نموت، غني أو فقير، الأسود الأبيض الشرقي الغربي. This is the final destination for all of us, that we are not here for a long, long time. We know for sure that there is no exception for that. And when we go through the message of the messengers of God, being Abraham or Moses, being Jesus or Muhammad, peace be upon them, they all came to deliver the same declaration, Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. That is the summary of the mission of all those ambassadors who received the message from heaven to guide us, to direct us. Inna lillah means qaws al-nuzul, as the ulama al-irfan they call it, wa ilayhi raji'un is qaws al-su'ud. So we have a descension, came down, and we have an ascension that it is su'ud, we go up. So we can consider that this planet of the earth is like an airport, and we are just passengers. The passengers that they have a transit stop at this airport, but it's just transitional. It's about transfer, and it is not to stay at the airport forever. The destination is somewhere else. The destination is the day that we have our appointment and our date with the divine, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is Yawm al-Khulud. That is the day of eternity. And interestingly, Yawm al-Khulud begins with Yawm al-Khuruj, the day that we exit from this world, and the day that we exit from Alam al-Barzakh, and that is called Yawm al-Din, Yawm al-Akhir. And this is something that we remind ourselves 10 times a day. Malike Yawm al-Din. 10 times we say it in our salat of the daily prayer, that He is the master of the day of Deen, the day of the resurrection. So Yawm al-Khuruj, the time that we exit from this world, and Alam al-Barzakh, the waiting period between dunya and akhirah, that is Yawm al-Liqa', that is the day that we meet with our Lord, the Lord who is al-awwalu wal-akhiru wal-zahiru wal-batin wa huwa bi-kulli shay'in alim. These are 4 ummahatul asma, that they are, Urafa say that there are 4 ummahatul asma, the mother's name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, means the main names, the major names, that He is awwal, He is the origin, wal-akhir, He is the end, He is al-zahir, the manifested, He is al-batin, the unseen, and He knows everything. So هذه الأسماء الأربعة هي أمهات الأسماء الحق. Of course, وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى. Allah has so many other beautiful names: As-Sami', Al-Basir, Al-Hayy, Al-Qadir, Al-Alim, Al-Mutakallim, Al-Murid. These are 7, actually. These are 7 names that are called A'immatul Asma, the leading names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He sees and He hears, and He is omnipotent, and He is qadir ala kulli shay, able, He knows, and He is a Lord of determination, Malike Yawm al-Din. And everything that we do, brothers and sisters, in our life should be arranged with this standard. What I think and what I say and what I do, how much this can help me on Yawm al-Din. That matters only. Everything else is just imagination. Everything else is a temporary. Everything is just nothing. Does this work, does this act, does this journey help me on the day that I meet with the master of Yawm al-Din? That matters the most. As a matter of fact, last Wednesday I was going to have a prayer in the House of Representatives in Lansing, and I, after Fajr prayer, I got ready to go and left the house around before 7 o'clock. And when I arrived in Lansing, it was snowing, and the capital was under construction, so I had to park my car like a couple of blocks away from the House of Representatives, and I had an umbrella. Fortunately, the car, it was snowing and the road was icy, so I started walking, and it was hard. It was very, very, very cold. But when I arrived there, of course, the speaker was waiting, my host, Representative Santana, was waiting for me, and all the representatives who saw me, they shook hand and they were welcoming, and the welcoming was very warm. When I was walking on that cold, snowy, icy weather in Lansing, that came to my mind that God, does this help me on the day of judgment? Does this movement, can I call it a sacrifice? What can I call it? Well, that was really my thought, that how much this can help me, because nothing else. Well, people may hear about it in Salat al-Jum'ah, they see it on Facebook, they see it in our website, but really all of this mean nothing. I mean, you see, I'm over there in the House of Representatives and I say these things, so yeah, that's good. But then it's forgotten after a while. Doesn't mean anything. After a few days, everything is forgotten. But if that helps me on the deal, then I said that, this is really nothing. You call this sacrifice compared to the real sacrifice that our big scholars and big ulama. What about the Shaheed al-Awwal, the Shaheed al-Thani? All of these big ulama and scholars that we had. We have Shaheed al-Awwal, Sheikh from Jazin, Sheikh Jamaluddin Jabal Amili, Sheikh Muhammad Makki, Ridwanullah alayhi wa Quddis Sirru. This man, he wrote just a book quickly called Al-Alfiyah. That means that in one book, he put 1,000 wajibat of salat. 1,000 wajibat? We are like salat that we thought like 2-3 wajibat. What is 1,000? So you need to go and read this book, Al-Alfiyah. And then he wrote, Shaheed al-Awwal, another book, Al-Nafliyah. He put together 3,000 mustahabbat for the salat. Wow. There are 4,000 wajibat and mustahabbat in our daily prayer. Who was this man? Who was this man? He wrote a book, Al-Lum'a al-Dimashqiyya. When Hakim Khurasan, he said, please come to Khurasan, we need ulama like you. But the political situation didn't allow him to go. But he said, I write something that at least, to educate people over there. He wrote Al-Lum'a al-Dimashqiyya in 1 week. 1 week. When he wrote this, almost 700 years ago. And for the last 7 centuries, this Al-Lum'a al-Dimashqiyya, that later on was sharhed by Shaheed al-Thani, 150 years later, he came and he explained this Al-Lum'a al-Dimashqiyya, is called Sharh al-Lum'a. This Sharh al-Lum'a, especially after Shaheed al-Thani, which is almost 550 years ago, is being taught in Hawzat Ilmiya. Means every ayatullah, every mujtahid in Qom, in Khurasan, in Jabal Amil, in Iraq, in Najaf, in Karbala, in Baghdad, anywhere, they cannot move without going through Sharh al-Lum'a. This is one of the wajibat that they have to. Who is this man? That's Sahib Wasail al-Shi'ia, al-Marhum al-Shaykh Hurr al-Amili. He is talking about the Shaheed al-Awwal, then he is talking about Shaheed al-Thani. This man with this mountain, ocean of information, he was arrested, he was beheaded, قتلوه ضربوا عنقه وأمروا بالصليب جسمه في مكان عام ورجموه وفي النهاية حرقوه. They beheaded him and then they put his body on the salib and on the cross and then stoning his body. And at the end they burn his body. They Shaheed al-Awwal, a Sheikh from Jabal Amil, out of their sickness, their jealousy, their hatred for the family of Prophet Muhammad and for the knowledge. Then Shaheed al-Thani is coming and Sheikh Hurr al-Amili is saying أمره في الفقه والعلم والفضل والزهد والعبادة والورع والتحقيق والتبحر وجلالة القدر وعظم الشأن وجميع الفضائل والكمالات أشهر من أن يذكر. كان فقيها مجتهدا نحويا حكيما متكلما جامعا لفنون العلم وهو أول من صنف من الإمامية في دراية الحديث. سبحان الله. a man of that level of knowledge and piety and purity and character, ilm and scholarship. Sultan al-Uthmani is out of the conspiracy that some of jealous judges in Beirut, in Damascus, they had for him. He sent somebody to Lebanon to arrest Shahid al-Thani and to take him to Istanbul. And Shahid realized that they are following him to arrest him. He joined the qafila that's going to Hajj. But they found him in the caravan. And the Sheikh said to Mab'uth al-Sultan, to that agent who was there to arrest, he said, can we go and do the Hajj? He agreed. They did the Hajj, coming back to Istanbul. They arrived at the back.